a prophet with a higher authority, if that prophet bless you, because that prophet carries so much angelic protection and so much angelic activities, if that prophet make a statement, no lesser prophet can reverse it. The Bible said that do not fear a man who prophesies and it doesn't come to pass. It's in the Deuteronomy. It said you shall not fear such a man. Because God himself made the people of Israel to know that a man that says everything and it comes to pass, fear him. That's why Samuel was a judge over Israel. A prophet, a judge, and a leader. Because the Bible said none of the words spoken by him fell to the ground. Let me give an example. How many of you realize that when Joshua destroyed the walls of Jericho, he gave a prophetic word in Joshua the chapter 6, verses 26. The Bible said, and Joshua adjured them at that time, saying, cursed be the man before the Lord that rise up and build this city of Jericho. He shall lay the foundation thereof with his firstborn, and his youngest son shall he set what? Up at the gates of it. Do you know that this was a small curse? It could have been reversed by a higher prophet. Not even a higher prophet. It could have been reversed by somebody who is higher in authority and spirituality than Joshua. I don't care, even if that person is a witch. I will explain some things for you to understand. Because there are limitations that are placed by men of God, and the devil come and lift it like the man of God never existed. A man of God who said, I decree and declare nobody dies in this house again. That's him, that someone will die. Because the spirit of death will come to the house, measure the words of the man of God and say, no, you are not qualified to say that. Because your ranking is not, it's not. David said, O ye mountain Gilboa. Do you know that a higher prophet can stand on Mountain Gilboa and say, rain, come, dew, come, and rain will begin to rain? The reason why Elijah locked the heavens and no one could unlock it was because at that time, he was on bed. Let me say, he was in bed with God. Do you think they were not genuine prophets? When Elijah came out and said that every prophet have bowed, what did the Lord say? He said, you lied. I still have thousands and thousands of prophets in my name. But do you know what Elijah said? He said, everybody has what? Compromise. And in 1 Kings 16:34, the Bible said, in the days of what? Heliel, the Bethelite, built Jericho. He laid the foundation thereof with what? Abiram, his firstborn, and set up the gates thereof with what? His youngest son, what? Segub. As what? Joshua prophesied. Said nobody rebuild it. If you rebuild it, curse be on you. Jacob cursed Reuben. Why? Reuben have slept with Jacob's wife. Because those olden days guys, at old age, they are still marrying virgins. So Reuben saw one of their father's concubines. So a day came where he needed to bless them. He said, Jacob, unstable as water, thou shalt not excel. And the prophecy was taking effect until Moses appeared and said what? In Deuteronomy 33 verse, he said, let not your men be what? Be few. Let Reuben live and not die. And let not his men what? That was the beginning of the excelling of Reuben. Why? Moses has prophesied and he has reversed the curse of Jacob. My question now is, was Moses higher in spiritual authority than Jacob? Hey, sometimes if you look at the operation of God, you marvel. Why didn't God kill Pharaoh and drive Egypt out of Egypt and let Israel stay in Egypt? Because at that time, Egypt was the economic hub of the whole world. They were the super nation. Why must he go through all the struggle to take them out of that land? If you can kill every firstborn, it was enough to humble them. Kill Pharaoh. But God couldn't kill Pharaoh until he followed him to the what? Red Sea. Why? The Bible said when Jacob went to Egypt and they served Jacob food, he finished eating. When Jacob was satisfied and was happy, he blessed Pharaoh and he blessed the house of Pharaoh. In other words, he blessed the throne and the line of Pharaoh. So the lineage was blessed by Jacob. So it is impossible now for the Lord to reverse that. He cannot take the throne from Pharaoh because Jacob blessed him. Joseph gave his endorsement. So these are two spiritual beings that have blessed this family and lineage. So no matter the desire of God to take it, it will not work. But look at how easy it was to drown him at the Red Sea when he left the throne. When he left the throne, drowning him there was so simple. He didn't even care. But when he was on the throne, God performed every miracle, killed everything except Pharaoh, because the throne was anointed and blessed by Jacob. So if Moses couldn't reverse what Jacob have done for the throne of what? Pharaoh, how then was he able to reverse the curse laid on Reuben? Now let me explain. Because Reuben submitted to Moses as a spiritual son, but Pharaoh never submitted to Moses. Reuben told Moses, you are my master and my Lord. Whatever you ask me to do, I will do, because you are my master. He has submitted. So because of the submission, it gave Moses the power and the authority to reverse everything on his head. But Pharaoh he never submitted. He saw him as a boy. But if the throne was submitted to Moses, it was easy to take it away. That is why you must be careful a prophet you submit your head and your anointing under. Don't say, no false prophet can curse me, unless you are not under the authority of that false prophet. If he curses you, you will die. There was this guy they cursed. He took a bottle of water and say, you see you, your life is in this water. As I pour it down, go and die. That you have killed you. He now called the sister. He was telling me, I said, look, thank God you didn't die. Because as long as you were under that man's covering and he did that, it was dangerous. Even if he's forced, it's still dangerous. And he said, really? I said, very, very really.